What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is MagicX, and today we're going to be playing a new game that I found, and it's called Blasphemous. Now, you may or may not know it, you may or may not have it, but I think it's a very, very well-made game. I love the premise, I love the game mechanics, so why not play it? Now, I have played through a tad bit of the game, only about 8 to 10% of it, and I have a total of 3 gameplay hours. So, we have the basics here. Press LD. These are going to be Xbox controllers control when I'm actually using a PlayStation controller. So, B is circle, X is square, Y is triangle, and A is going to be X. So, I just want to get that out of the way. For the triggers, you should be able to get it. But yeah. So, right off the bat, we have these little flasks up here at the top right, which are your healing potions, if you will. You can dodge, jump, attack, you have attacks, and one of the things that I really liked is that you get these things throughout the game, and they can help you throughout the game, as well as having lore. So, Game Theory would love this game, at least I think, because of its rich lore, rich story, and rich gameplay, really. It's like a Hollow Knight type game, something like that. But we have quest items, which are items that have lore and help us throughout the story. Mea Culpa hearts are very weird objects. I only managed to get one, and I don't remember what it is. Prayers are like the super attacks and abilities. As soon as we get to the first Mea Culpa, which is like a goddess, I think, we can upgrade our abilities, right? And they're really cool abilities. Even though I don't really have much of the abilities unlocked as of now, they are very, very cool abilities. At least I've seen on YouTube videos. There's these checkpoints. Press Y or triangle to rest at the Pridu. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. Saving games and refilling your health in flasks. Upon health, you will respawn. Upon death, you will respawn at the last visited Pridu. Resting will cause enemies to respawn. So it's like a checkpoint. It gives you flask and it gives you health. Right on the top right of the screen, we can see those points. I guess it's the game icon, and it has a 0. That actually goes up every time we kill an enemy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just go through the first boss, and as you can see under my health, there's this blue line that's getting filled up every time I'm hitting this boss, this character, and that is my prayer bar. We don't have any players as of now because we actually have to unlock the first couple of prayers. The main ones are one that I've tried out, which goes in both directions and kind of like wall runs, wall jumps, and sticks to walls and hits everything in its path. It's like the Converge EX, except it doesn't go through that many enemies, but it's basically that, and it's very good. So that's the first boss. It's very easy, very simple. If you've played, also that gave us 300 points, which is insane. I'm gonna have to blur this part out. This game is very bloody and gory, really, just so you know. But yeah, I only got to use the first prayer because the first prayer gives you like multiple prayers, and it's very, very confusing, but you'll get the hang of it. And every time you die, you get like a vine on your prayer meter, which, unless you don't get your soul, which is where you died, so there's where you died, which is soul, so you get all your guilt back, and you get your meter back practically, so it unlocks the area that gets locked once you die. It's very confusing, as I said. I don't know how to explain it. You kind of have to play through it, and you'll get the hang of it. There's also a map. There we go. I'm sorry. You can check out items you found so far in your inventory. While playing, press that or start to open it, or options if you're using a modern controller. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of lore. Or if you want to see the lore for yourself, or see the cutscenes, see stuff like that, you're gonna either have to watch complete playthroughs. This is mostly just like a gameplay. There you go. Okay, so we can parry. When we counter, we can press the X button or the square button to strike. It's like a critical, and we can do like a fatality. I just did it. Once again, very gory, so I might have to blur some of this out. I don't want to blur the whole video out, so I'm just gonna keep some things. If it's not too gory, I'm gonna keep it. But those points that I mentioned earlier at the top right of my screen are used to upgrade. They're also used to buy items later on. This is going to be our first prayer. That's the first prayer. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can see it gives us 3 bars, which everyone fills up to have another prayer. So LT does that. Well, it doesn't go through walls, but it sticks to walls. Yeah, so this game is full of very good mechanics. I don't want to spoil too much, but we can't get to this right now. We're gonna need a rosary bead to see hidden platforms that we cannot currently see. And you might be asking yourself, how do I get that rosary bead? Well, you actually have to go far into this game, a very specific path, and purchase a key to the door that you get at the very start. So there's a door at the very start which you could not go through. That's why I didn't even try. Also, these are sort of collectibles, except they don't count as collectibles. Once again, very confusing stuff. Children of Moonlight. You'll find them caged all over Custodia, because back then the V was U and V in Latin, Spanish, stuff like that. All over, I think. At least if I'm correct that this is taking place in like a Spanish kind of language, not really French. There is some French, I think, mixed upon, but I think the majority of it is in Spanish, which is really weird because I can't think of a time or an era. Maybe medieval era. But once again, it wasn't really mixed. Anyways, all over Custodia, which is custody, you can release them with any technique at your disposal. Oh crap! Oh no, we're gonna use a prayer here. Not very effective use of a prayer since I lost one, but it did the job. It's fine. I recommend using a gamepad or a controller, because even though you can custom, oh yeah, we have a map. That's what I was trying to say. You do have mobile controls, and you can customize them, but I didn't really like them. At least I didn't really take the time to customize them. So we're, for some reason, throughout the game, we're called Patent 1, which, if you know what that means, tell me, leave it in the comments. But I didn't really know what that was. I think here we get our first relic. Correct. Acquired Dove Skull. Rosary. Oh, we have a rosary bead. My bad. Equip rosary beads in your rosary to improve your characteristics of the Patent 1. I think that's like a title more than an actual name. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads you can equip. There's a lot of beads in the game, and there's also a lot of places where you can equip them, right? But you do need... dang it. We do need to find knots, which are... Actually, I haven't seen a single one of them. Once again, I went back and forth on the map. I did not finish any singular area to where I'm at. I didn't find a single knot, so I'm still stuck with 2 rosary beads. The virtue of mea culpa hath ascended. I think mea culpa is my fault. Mi culpa. Right. Visit mea culpa shrines to increase the power of your sword. Okay, so it upgrades your sword. You can also spend Tears of Atonement, which is what we have on the top right of the screen, to unlock combat techniques. Visit additional shrines and increase mea culpa's strength to access more powerful techniques. So, we're gonna go ahead and go into mea culpa. Okay, here we are. So, we have found 1 mea culpa. We can upgrade these. For example, let's say I buy this one, which I can't. I have to find another mea culpa to upgrade once more, and I have to find 2. We're gonna go ahead and buy this one. Unlock. Perfect. So now we have this attack. Whoa! Just tap it. We have to hold it. Okay, that's very cool. So now our sword is just a tad bit stronger, which is great. Let's go into here. This is a secret area, so there's a lot of secret areas. I haven't found all of them yet. But let's go and grab this. I don't know what this is. Also, for some reason, all of the collectibles are like bones of someone. Calcaneo? Calcinium? Is that like an actual English word, or is that like a Spanish word like most of these? Of Persian, the bandit. We have a bone of someone. Okay, let's go ahead and go into here. Alright, this is another level. I don't remember what's in here, so let's go ahead. Oh, I remember now. I think here we find a bead that gives us health for every time we destroy an object. Oh, no, this is one of these. Never mind. Two faces greet you, Platinum 1. My name is Nacimiento. Birth. Look at my chest, the palm within. Okay, so I don't know what we have to... Okay, so we need Quicksilver, Wild Flask, which is our potions, and 1,000 Tears of Atonement. Okay, so we need to find the Quicksilver. I've come here, previously, but I never found the Quicksilver. Which maybe, like, some platforms, we're gonna need maybe a keychain or something like that. I don't know. We're gonna need something to find the Quicksilver. Also, these guys are very annoying. Ah, dang it, he dodged it. These guys suck to kill. They give off, I think, a tad bit more, Tears of Atonement. Metacarpus of Hodges. I don't know what that is, but the reason that I think that most of those collectibles are bones is because I've seen other bones which I do recognize. And that's saying a lot, because I'm not really into anatomy like that. Ah, he broke me. No, okay, let's go. Alright. Yeah, this game is very weird. It's a very beautiful, at least I think, teaching. Not much of a teaching. It heavily relies, well, that's, at least I do know this. It heavily relies on the Catholic or Christian religion. Like this game, right? Oh yeah. Press X or attack when jumping against certain surfaces to thrust your sword into the wall. While hanging, press A or X, PlayStation X, to jump, or B, aka circle, to jump down. So once again, we found one of these checkpoints. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and skip this area. We're just gonna go back because I don't really like to play this level so nude. I don't know. Oh well. Also, those spikes insta kill. I don't like to play this level with so little resources. Oh, these guys are so annoying to kill. Finally, okay, let's go. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've actually never been back here. Oh, this sucks. Okay, so we can't get to this area yet. Or that other part yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up. By the way, this is not the intended path. I'm just going here because I previously discovered these areas. But going here really is just a waste of time. As you can see there, I didn't do anything. But okay, let's go back to the intended way of playing this beautiful, gory game. That candle part is also just pure lore, which is why we're not going to do it. But we finally found another one of these. Phalanx. Okay. Now that looks like a very specific area of the body. However, oh, these guys do a lot of damage and we cannot counter them. And it's not a bone. Oh, these guys are also very annoying. I haven't found out how to get over there yet. However, I think with this new ability, we can. Jeez! Oh, no. Oh, it takes a long to heal. Dude, please. Okay, let's go. I'm just trying everything with this ability. I'm like, there's nothing, though. I initially thought we can go down here. Also, the music quality in this game is great. But I don't really see a clear path. I'm like, I guess here. But no. We can hang on this, which is weird. Given that there's there's a fairly easy jump here from here. But we can hang. If I fall down, I'm dead. I don't know. Also, so the majority of this music gives me like The Last of Us vibes, and I love it. Just love it. These guys are also very annoying to fight. Not anymore, right? When you get started dodging, they're very difficult to hit. I don't know how I got that achievement. Maybe defeating those with a crit. Okay. So yeah, we have to be very careful with those spikes. What's here? Oh! Phalanx of Arthur. Do we have two phalanxes? Calcinium, Metacarpus, Phalanx, Phalanx. What's a phalanx? Also, these look very different, which suggests it's not a bone. I'm just saying. If you know what I mean, congratulations, I guess. Oh, jeez. Lol, get wrecked. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Capitate. Whether executions or lashings, Barak was always there to proclaim them loudly. This is like a leg or a very weird ear. And if it's a bone, it looks like a femur, actually. It kind of looks like a femur. I mean, like, another reason that I think that those are bones is because the chest to the side, they are bones, which indicates, or could indicate, that we're collecting bones. I don't know, you saw me? Because their color is not very bony, it's very skin-like. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Oh, that one-shots them? Beautiful. Alright, so we can see this is a very, very long game, and the only way you can really breeze through it is if you know the majority of the map, or at least some of the map. Okay, let's go ahead and execute this guy for being bad. Finally, we get our health back. However, this area holds some of the most annoying. Like, what is a radius? Radius is radius? Oh, yeah. This area is home to the most annoying people. Also, this guy, we have to find, like, something from a tree. Bring me fruit drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees. Take this empty golden symbol. Okay, so we have to find a non-withered olive tree. Or some, like, those trees. And put it in the cup. So yeah, once again, this would be considered a quest item, right? A thorn. These guys aren't very annoying, they just have a lot of health. And it takes like 2 to 3 counters to kill them. We can go down here, but it's really just a lot of nothingness. Apart from this and a very symbolic tomb. Incense garlic. Okay, so this incense garlic is what we can actually take to those ill people. And I don't know what... they give us another quest item or collectible, I don't remember. But this is just symbolic. Like, it doesn't really hold anything valuable for us in the game. But for the lore, it very much does. Okay, so we have 1,664 tiers of... I don't know. But we can either get the Sacred Thrust, which it uses the dodge to actually impulse the enemies. We can take the Sinful Wrath, or we can get Last Words, which is like a 4 combo. Instead of 3 combo, we get a 4 combo. Which is actually very useless. I'm like, sure, it does more damage, but most of the characters, or most of the enemies in the game, are kind of, not, I wouldn't really say programmed in the sense, ah, crap, I died. But they're kind of, like, meant to take 3 hits and die. I'm like, plus, with Mea Culpa's, what we're getting this advice, press RT to dodge, use the dodge action to crouch through small spaces, avoid physical attacks, and pass through enemies without suffering damage. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Alright, so the 4 combo is not useless, that useless, but it's also not that helpful. Also, you can see on the guilt, oh jeez, that's very gory. On the guilt factor, we kind of have like a thorns, or there's something brown blocking it, right? And that completely stops us from getting the third prayer. And when you died as much as I have, that was very close. When you die when you have died as much as I have and haven't recovered your souls, it very quickly stacks up, actually. It's very annoying. Like, it gets to the point where you gotta be kidding me. Again? It comes to the point where if you die enough times and don't recover your souls, you can't use any prayers. And the prayers are almost essential for the bosses. There you go. Accumulation of guilt. When the penitent one dies, airing his penance, a guilt fragment is anchored in the world. The weight of guilt accumulates and reduces the gain of fervor, which is our guilt, our blue thing. It's fervor, I guess, and Tears of Atonement, as well as the maximum fervor. So, every time you die, okay, no, collect the guilt fragments to recover, or find someone who can ease your burden. What the last part means is we find our souls, which they have different names, but I'm just gonna make it easier for you guys. Souls. Find our souls, or there are some characters scattered throughout the entire game, which can replenish your guilt, and it doesn't give you it doesn't really work like finding your soul. See, finding your soul would give you all of the guilt that you've accumulated. Paying or using those characters, which it costs a lot, 1,400 to recover your first part, or the first character asks for that much, and just to take a couple of thorns off of your body. It's very costly, and you don't get your guilt. You kind of just like recover what you lost. No, like you don't recover what you lost, but you take thorns off. However, you do not recover the guilt that you lost. Right, the fervor that you lost, which kind of sucks. Actually, it really does. And the fact that it costs a lot kind of sucks. Oh, these guys suck. I don't really know any known pop culture enemies in video games or in movies that do this. Oh, I died. But they're very annoying. Kind of like come out of the water. Also, in the same exact level, there is this one girl, I guess, who is very, very annoying. You have to be pixel perfect to dodge her attacks. She jumps. She can follow you. She's intelligent. And she can predict where you're going. So she like throws rocks. She's like these fat guys up here. Throws rocks that do more damage. Throws rocks faster, more precisely, and worst of all, as I said, she can predict. I forgot I didn't die here. Jeez. So yeah, a lot of the game is really just exploring, figuring out what to do, remembering things most of all, and remembering to do quests. I feel like that's the most important thing. Remembering what you... Oh god, okay. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Okay, that's actually the first time I've ever dodged one of her attacks. Second time ever. Stupid rocks. Wow, that's... okay, there's another one here. No, 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 no. Also, she does so much damage. It's you have to be kidding me. Can we reach? Oh. Also, killing these guys gives you so much tears, but they're just so difficult to kill. Yeah, it gives us over 100. I think. I didn't really do the math right. Okay. It's time to buy last... What the... Oh! Oh, we can't just buy on the spot. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. I thought we could just buy on the spot, but apparently we can't. These guys suck. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's not go. This is very, very bad. Go, 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 go. Okay, well, I'm just gonna cut to when I get to Mea Culpa. So I can finally buy final words or last words, whatever it's called. Alright, guys, we finally got to Mea Culpa. And we're gonna buy last words. I am honestly very excited to try this ability out. So, I'm just gonna test it out. and it's going to be the end of the video. Because it's not a very gameplay rich game for videos. I really love it. Like, I absolutely love the idea. I love the lore. Which you might be thinking, well, you didn't go through any of the lore. Well, no, but in my first playthrough, I absolutely heard all the cutscenes. I didn't really listen to them, though, which is a different story. I didn't really pay attention to it. I really just got the basics because I was very eager to try out this game. I didn't really go through the scenes very specifically or very perfectly just to get into the gameplay. But that's actually a very cool ability. Play. But anyways, see you later. Thank you for watching.